Important Civil Engineer Interview 104. Questions and answer. Hi viewers, I am Afreen. I brought this video for Professional Civil Engineer Interview 104 question and answer. Kindly subscribe my channel. This video in two parts. Part 1 cover 1 to 52 question, answer, and Part 2 53 to 104 question, answer. In description box you will find Part 2 video link to cover 53 to 104 question and answer. Question 1. What is a waffle slabs? Answer. Waffle slabs are a reinforced concrete footing and slab system constructed on ground. They consist of a perimeter footing, edge beam, and a series of narrow internal beams, strip footings, at 1 meter nominal centers running each way. The whole footing and slab system is constructed on top of the ground. Question 2. What is a mat foundation? Answer. A mat foundation, according to the Dictionary of Construction, is a continuous foundation with a thick slab that supports a whole structure. The foundation is shallow and poured over reinforcing mats. Question 3. What is a waffle pod concrete slab? Answer. The waffle pod slab system is a better way of building concrete slabs for new homes, extensions, or commercial industrial buildings. Question 4. How thick is the slab of a house? Answer. Around the edge of the slab, the concrete forms a beam that is perhaps 2 feet deep. The rest of the slab is 4 or 6 inches thick. A 4 or 6 inch layer of gravel lies beneath the slab. A 4 mm sheet of plastic lies between the concrete and the gravel to keep moisture out. Question 5. What is ribbed floor? Answer. Ribbed floors consisting of equally spaced ribs are usually supported directly by columns. They are either one-way spanning systems known as ribbed slab or a two-way ribbed system known as a WAF. FLE slab. Question 6. What is the difference between raft and footing? Answer. Raft foundation is a thick concrete slab reinforced with steel which covers the entire contact area of the structure like a thick floor. A mat is necessary when the permissible soil pressure is lower, where the columns and walls are so close that person foundation would partly cover or nearly touch each other. Question 7. What is the raft foundation? Answer. Raft foundations, sometimes known as mat foundations, are a large concrete slab which can support a number of columns and walls. The slab is spread out under the entire building or at least a large part of it, which lowers the contact pressure compared to the traditionally used strip or trench footings. Question 8. What is a slab of concrete? Answer. Concrete slab is a common structural element of modern buildings. Horizontal slabs of steel reinforced concrete, typically between 4 and 20 inches 100 and 500 mm thick, are most often used to construct floors and ceilings, while thinner slabs are also used for exterior paving. Question 9. What is meant by suspended slab? Answer. Suspended slabs are above ground level slabs which are not directly in contact with the earth. They are commonly used to create floors for the upper stories of houses, but can also be sat on top of pre-constructed walls to form a ground floor. Question 10. How thick is a concrete floor? Answer. A concrete floor should be about 4 inches thick if it is in a residential home or building. For a building supporting heavy loads, 5 to 6 inches is the recommended thickness. A good quality concrete floor will have even thickness throughout. Question 11. How thick is the foundation of a house? Answer. Poured concrete foundation walls that are less than 8 feet tall and have soil outside that is 6 or 7 feet deep against the wall can often be 8 inches thick and function quite well. As soon as you go higher or have greater depths of soil pushing against the wall, you need to increase the thickness to 10 inches. Question 12. What is a flat slab? Answer. Flat slab is a two-way reinforced concrete slab that usually does not have beams and girders, and the loads are transferred directly to the supporting concrete columns. For more detailed definition. Flat slab floor system. Definition and description. Question 13. What is a flat plate slab? Answer. The flat plate is a two-way reinforced concrete framing system utilizing a slab of uniform thickness, the simplest of structural shapes. The flat slab is a two-way reinforced structural system that includes either drop panels or column capitals at columns to resist heavier loads and thus permit longer spans. Question 14. What is footing in civil engineering? Answer. The term footing is used in conjunction with shallow foundations commonly. A footing is a foundation unit constructed in brickwork, masonry or concrete under the base of a wall or a column for the purpose of distributing the load over a large area. Question 15. What is a concrete raft slab? Answer. A raft slab is reinforced concrete slab that is strengthened with integral concrete beams in both directions. Usually used as the foundation for new houses and extensions, raft slabs in Australia are designed to comply with Australian Standard AS 2870. Question 16. What is a foundation pad? Answer. Pad foundations are generally shallow foundations, but can be deep depending on the ground conditions. They are a form of spread foundation formed by rectangular, square, or sometimes circular concrete pads that support localized single-point loads such as structural columns, groups of columns or framed structures. Question 17. What is a slab foundation? Answer. Slab-on-grade foundation. As the name suggests, a slab is a single layer of concrete, several inches thick. The slab is poured thicker at the edges, to form an integral footing. Reinforcing rods strengthen the thickened edge. The slab normally rests on a bed of crushed gravel to improve drainage. Question 18. What is a frost wall? Answer. A frost wall is a type of wall that adds no structural integrity to the building, but acts as an insulator. It is typical to see frost walls placed in basements since most basements are made of nothing more than cement and brick, which does not provide much insulation. Question 19. What is a concrete mud slab? Answer. Mud slab, plural mud slabs. Construction: a layer of concrete, typically 2 to 6 inches thick, poured below the structural slab but above a layer of wet or muddy soil. Question 20. What is a slab in civil engineering? Answer. Concrete slab, a very common and important structural element, are constructed to provide flat, useful surfaces. It is a horizontal structural component, with top and bottom surfaces parallel and near so. The depth of a concrete slab floor is very small compared to its span. Question 21. How thick is the concrete in a garage floor? Answer. The form should have a slight slope, a couple of inches per 20 feet, so that water runs away from the area instead of pooling on your garage floor. The slope should be steeper if you have a sink or water heater in the garage. Step 5. Pour and level the concrete. A standard garage floor is typically 4 inches thick. Question 22. How deep does the foundations need to be? Answer. The projection of the footing on either side of the wall is supposed to be no greater than the depth of the footing. The bottom of the footing should be at least 12 inches below the finished grade line, surface of the ground. It may need to be deeper. It must be below the frost line. Question 23. How deep are footers for a house? Answer. As you can see, heavy houses on weak soil need footings 2 feet wide or more. But the lightest buildings on the strongest soil require footings as narrow as 7 or 8 inches. Under an 8-inch thick wall, that's the same as saying you have no footing. Question 24. What is a floating concrete slab foundation? Answer. A concrete floating slab is a slab that is not anchored to the ground, but instead merely sits on top of it. Floating concrete slabs provide solid foundations for structures as sheds, garages, home additions, and even manufactured homes. Question 25. What is a suspended floor? Answer. A suspended floor is a specialist construction made of a solid concrete floor, a system of sleeper walls and timber joists, upon which sits a supported timber floor. Question 26. What is meant by one-way slab? Answer. One-way slab is supported by beams and only 2 sides. 2. The ratio of longer span panel L to shorter span panel B is equal or greater than 2. Thus, L, B greater than equals 2. 3. Main reinforcement is provided in only one direction for one-way slabs. Question 27. What is a coffer slab? Answer. A coffer, or coffering, in architecture, is a series of sunken panels in the shape of a square, rectangle, or octagon in a ceiling, soffit or vault. Question 28. What is a continuous footing? Answer. A strip footing is a type of shallow foundation which is provided for the load-bearing wall and for economy purpose. In row of columns which are so closely spaced that their spread footing overlap and nearly touch each other. Strip footing is also known as continuous footing. Question 29. What is a concrete strip footing? Answer. A wall footing. A strip footing is a continuous strip of concrete that serves to spread the weight of a load-bearing wall across an area of soil. It is the component of a shallow foundation. Question 30. What is a stem wall? Answer. Basement slab. Basics. The foundation is the part of the structure that contacts the earth. Recreational homes built in the mountains or on the beach are often constructed on pier foundations. There are 4 popular types of foundations that are used: basements, crawl spaces, monolithic slab and stem wall slab. Question 31. What is meant by punching shear? Answer. Punching shear is a type of failure of reinforced concrete slabs subjected to high localized forces. In flat slab structures this occurs at column support points. The failure is due to shear. Piper's Row Car Park, Wolverhampton, UK, 1997, built in 1965. Question 32. What is a hollow core slab? Answer. Diagram of a concrete slab of hollow core construction. Photograph of a concrete plank roof. A hollow core slab, also known as a voided slab, hollow core plank, or simply a concrete plank, is a precast slab of pre-stressed concrete typically used in the construction of floors in multi-story apartment buildings. Question 33. What is lift slab construction? Answer. Lift slab construction is a method of constructing concrete buildings by casting the floor or roof slab on top of the previous slab and then raising, jacking, the slab up with hydraulic jacks, so being cheaper and faster as not requiring boxing and supports for casting in situ. Question 34. What is meant by PT slab? Answer. Construction of post-tensioned slabs on grade is very similar to using reinforcing steel, except for the tensioning step. Cables are arranged as indicated by the engineer and shared to run through the center of the slab. For residential construction, tendons at 48 inches on center are common. Question 35. What is a flat plate of the abdomen? Answer. Flat plate of the abdomen, KUB, plain film of the abdomen. Common use: to visualize and assess the abdominal organs for obstruction or abnormality related to mass, trauma, bleeding, stones, or congenital anomaly. Area of application: kidneys, ureters, bladder, and abdomen. Question 36. What is a flat plate collector? Answer. A typical flat plate collector is a metal box with a glass or plastic cover, called glazing, on top in a dark-colored absorber plate on the bottom. The sides and bottom of the collector are usually insulated to minimize heat loss. Question 37. What are the foundations of a building? Answer. A foundation, or, more commonly, foundations, is the element of an architectural structure which connects it to the ground, and transfers loads from the structure to the ground. Foundations are generally considered either shallow or deep. Question 38. What is a foundation in engineering? Answer. A foundation is the lowest part of the building structure. It is at the periphery of civil, structural and geotechnical engineering disciplines and has distinct focus on soil-structure interaction. It is also called as ground sill, which transfers loads to the ground. It is generally broken into 2 categories. Question 39. What is meant by footing in construction? Answer. Footings are an important part of foundation construction. They are typically made of concrete with rebar reinforcement that has been poured into an excavated trench. The purpose of footings is to support the foundation and prevent settling. Question 40. What is a spread foundation? Answer. Spread footings Square or rectangular-shaped blocks of reinforced concrete that typically support a single column or wall of a building. The allowable bearing pressure on the soil determines the size of the spread footing. Question 41. What is a waffle slab? Answer. Resembling the food after which they are named, concrete waffle slabs are reinforced concrete floors and roofs that use a square grid of deep sides. This form of construction is used in airports, parking garages, commercial and industrial buildings, bridges, residences and other structures requiring extra stability. Question 42. What is a mat foundation? Answer. Mat foundations. A mat foundation looks like it sounds. It is a mat of concrete that sits on or just below the ground, in other words, a shallow foundation. You may have heard it referred to as a slab foundation, a common choice among home builders. Question 43. What is a waffle raft slab? Answer. Waffle raft slab construction is quite different from stiffened raft and footing slab structures. Answer. The slab ribs are formed on top of the ground using a grid of polystyrene void forms. These are laid out on a leveled area. The construction is ideally suited to very reactive clay sites. Question 44. What is the use of pile foundation? Answer. Pile foundation systems. Edit. Foundations relying on driven piles often have groups of piles connected by a pile cap. A large concrete block into which the heads of the piles are embedded to distribute loads which are larger than one pile can bear. Question 45. What is a slab on grade? Answer. Slab on grade. A floating slab foundations are a structural engineering practice whereby the concrete slab that is to serve as the foundation for the structure is formed from a mold set into T. He ground. The concrete is then placed into the mold, leaving no space between the ground and the structure. Question 46. What is open foundation? Answer. Open foundation is a tertiary preparation program offered by the University of Newcastle for people who have been out of the education system for some time and who hope to study in an undergraduate degree program in the future. Question 47. What is the difference between raft and footing? Answer. Raft foundation is a thick concrete slab reinforced with steel which covers the entire contact area of the structure like a thick floor. A mat is necessary when the permissible soil pressure is lower, where the columns and walls are so close that person foundation would partly cover or nearly touch each other. Question 48. What is the use of plinth beam? Answer. You can see here the beam is constructed at ground level. The void between the foundation and plinth level is filled with compacted soil. Brick or stone masonry is usually constructed below the plinth beam. The plinth beam needs to be strong, but need not be made up of reinforced cement concrete (RCC) all the time. Question 49. How thick is a concrete foundation slab? Answer. Around the edge of the slab, the concrete forms a beam that is perhaps 2 feet deep. The rest of the slab is 4 or 6 inches thick. A 4 or 6 inch layer of gravel lies beneath the slab. Question 50. What does on a grade mean? Answer. In real estate, above grade means the portion of a home that is above the ground. The term is usually used to describe a room or square footage. For example, 3 bedrooms above grade means 3 bedrooms that are not in a basement. Question 51. What does monolithic slab mean? Answer. Monolithic slabs are foundation systems constructed as one single concrete pour that consists of a concrete slab with thickened portions of the slab under load-bearing walls and all perimeter edges that take the place of footers. Question 52. What is the meaning of slab on grade? Answer. A slab on grade means no basement, no basement walls, just one slab of concrete on which you build your house. They aren't suitable for all building sites, which we will get into later, but for now let's assume you can build on one. Thanks for watching part 1, and in description box you will find part 2 video link to cover 53 to 104 question and answer for civil engineering. Subscribe my channel a free Nally.